Hi everyone, my name is Jeremy. Welcome back to Converse English, the channel that helps you prepare for STANAG 6001 exams and improve your military English skills. Today we're talking about how to argue politely in English. This is especially useful for level 3 speaking tasks where you need to share opinions and respond to others in a respectful way, even when you disagree. Okay, so let's start with maybe what not to say. In English, direct disagreement can sometimes sound rude or aggressive. For example, "You're wrong. That's a stupid idea." Even if you don't mean to be rude, it's better to use softening phrases, especially if formal or professional conversations are required. So let's look at 5 useful expressions you can use instead. The first one then, "I see your point, but..." This shows you listened, but you have a different view. "I see your point about budget cuts, but I think troop readiness should remain the top priority." Next, we have, "I'm not sure I completely agree." This sounds cautious and respectful. "I'm not sure I completely agree with the strategy. It might delay the response time." Next, "That's an interesting perspective. However..." A diplomatic way to disagree. "That's an interesting perspective. However, we need to consider the civilian impact." Then we have, "Let's agree to disagree." A friendly way to end an argument. "It seems we have different views on this. Let's agree to disagree and move on." Lastly, we have, "I understand what you mean, but I'd rather that..." This is strong, but still respectful. "I understand what you mean, but I'd argue that NATO's presence actually stabilizes the region." Okay, so let's look at a short role play using some of these expressions. "We should reduce the number of troops in foreign missions." "I see your point, but I'd argue that international presence supports long-term security." "That's true, but it's expensive." "Let's agree to disagree. It's a complicated issue." In your exam, it's not just about giving your opinion. It's about showing interaction skills. So remember to use phrases like, "I take your point, but..." Yes, but we also need to think about... That may be true in some cases. This shows you're polite, flexible, and diplomatic, which is exactly what level 3 examiners want to hear. So now it's your turn. Why don't you write in the comments some phrases that you know? Maybe answer this question. Military spending should be reduced to fund social programs. How would you politely disagree with this statement? Use one of today's phrases. Don't forget also to like and subscribe and share if you found this helpful. And check out other videos on how to pass the STANAG exam. Okay, that's all for me. Thanks.